Okay guys, let's talk a little bit about walking your bearing. One other thing I didn't mention about the compass is I don't always have that thing attached to you. So I usually just come up and I'm going to girth hitch it to my belt or put it around your neck, but it's going to be attached to you, because what happens is if you're walking through the brush and it catches and pulls it off and you don't have a compass, you lose it, you got a problem. So I always attach this compass to yourself. Okay, so let's talk about walking that bearing. So we know we have our sheet of paper with us. It tells us to walk a 90-degree bearing from this spot until we get to the next placard. We're coming down here. Again, I set my 90 degrees on my index line. I'm going to turn my body until the needle's in the shed, the red's in the shed, and then I'm going to start walking. Okay, so generally what most people do is they're going to come here and they're going to walk, and as long as the red's in the shed, and they're up, and they're down, and they're up, and they're down, and they're up, just like that. It's a slow process, but you're pretty deliberate, you're going to get there. Okay, what I don't like about that is you're spending a lot of time looking at the compass, okay, instead of what's going around underneath you. So if there's something you may fall in and hurt yourself, but you're also looking for clues and other things when you're searching for somebody. So you probably don't want to look at the compass that much. So what I would recommend you do is you get your red in the shed, you come up here, I'm going to look out 20 or so meters, I'm going to find me a tree that I can recognize, I'm going to put my compass down, and then I'm going to count my meters to that tree. Once I get to the tree or the next land feature I looked at, I'm going to pull my compass out, line back up, red in the shed, and then boom, I start walking again, pick another one. And I just kind of leapfrog just like that. That way I can put that compass down and I can concentrate on moving, counting my steps and moving. Okay? Now that's okay until something gets in your way, which will happen as well. You got a lake, you got a big thick bushes or something like that that you don't want to just bust through, or you can't go through. So what you have to do then is you have to take a perpendicular azimuth, or walk perpendicular to your original azimuth until you clear the item or the obstacle. Then you have to get back on your original azimuth, come up. Once you clear it, then you have to come back over to your original target line. So you come this way. I see a big bunch of stickers and bushes that I don't want to really go through. I come over here perpendicular to it. I'm going to walk however many steps it is to clear it. Let's say 5 steps, 3, 4, 5. I come back over here. Then I start counting my steps again on my original bearing to add to the target, the final target. Once I clear the object here, I have to turn and go back on my original line. So I count my perpendicular steps, 5, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm right back on line, come back down, reline up, and then continue on my original bearing, counting my steps. So again, perpendicular azimuth, count your steps on that perpendicular route, just so you know how many steps to come back, so you can keep on that original line. That's how you go around. The other way to do it is just bust right through it. You can do that too, but I can tell you in this Jones State Forest, it's real prickly out there. So, you know, you're going to be wearing long pants and eye protection and gloves, and you may want to go through it, but it's a wait a while bush, most of those things. It means you're going to wait a little bit. So that's how you're going to follow your bearing and walk with that thing. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you on the 3rd, and we'll talk more about it if we need to then. Thank you.